Hello and welcome to Stockton Junction. Today's video is I'm just going to do a very little quick update on what I've been doing on the layout, and then we're going to go over to a product review and a how-to on using the product. So I shall, without hesitation, I should get on. So as from this area here, I've started doing all of the back there, all the way down to the end. The glue's still wet there, as you can see the white patches, down to the tunnel there. So I finished all that area off now. Next job is to do the track weathering along there, and I've also started to do the hillside at the back there, which is at the first stage. There is also, when I come back, a big change here. I was going to put the engine shed here. This is now going to be the new permanent way depot. So we have this scale model scenery building, which is actually two of their kits put together, and then I've also added the scale model scenery roller doors there and the Venetian blind pack inside. So that's all been done. I've also got these scale model scenery railings, tube railings that I've painted. They're ready to go in this area. So I've got a lot of work to do in this area here. Also bought this Nightwing kit, which is just like a platform. You'd see those in depots or coaching areas for where they get onto the trains for cleaning them, access to the trains. So I thought, if this is the area for my permanent way train, they're going to need access to be able to get onto the train to put the equipment and stuff on and off. So I thought that would be ideal in that place. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Obviously started working on all this walling here. As you can see, I haven't done the capping yet, and I haven't finished all of this area here. So I'm still working. I'm trying to work my way from the back forwards, as I've got a lot of stuff to do at the front area here, but I don't want to do too much fine detail work that could get broken if I've got to lean over to the back of the layout. So so our new product that I'm going to show you, I did my last video on the close couplings and the hunt couplings, and as you can see now, I now have these gangway connectors. They're absolutely brilliant. So no matter what size couplings you use, even if you use standard Bachmann Hornby depot couplings, these will work with any coupling you use. Obviously the difference being, the closer the coupling, there's less of a gap. As you can see, that one's got a bigger gap, that one's got a bigger gap, so is that one. But this one here, I've actually got a very close gap, but so I could actually even that out to make it the same as all the others. So that would be something I'll look at later on. So what I'll do is I'll just move the camera over to here. I've got a set of 5 Mark 1s here that I need to work on. I've done all the couplings. I've put all the hunt couplings on, apart from on the end one, which will probably go KD anyway, because I like to stick to the KD for the train. Just think it looks a little bit nicer, the KD one, that when it's not coupled to anything. So I should go through now what we need to do and the process, what you get in the packs, etc. And I'll also got a list of what gangway connectors that they have for what different coaching stock. I think pretty much they've got it all covered. So no matter what era you're running, whether it's steam, diesel, modern, I think they've pretty much got the gangway connectors you need for that. So they have they do the class 390, the class 220, all DMUs. They cover Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 and Mark 4 coaching stock. They also do the Thompsons, the super detailed Gresleys, the super detailed Pullmans. I think this is Mansell's, Bullied, LMS, Collets, the LNER Railroad, the Pullman Railroads, the Centenaries, the Celestaries, and the Hawksworths. So pretty big selection for pretty much any of the coaching stock you would have. You would be able to fit these gangways to and make your locos look pretty realistic. So first of all, what do you get in a pack? Well, here is the pack. I've got a packet of Mark 1s here. So you get 12 corridor connectors. So I'll take some out. So that's half some of them. As you can see, they're already made up. So you don't really have to do an awful lot. And you get a packet of blanking plates as well. So I'll get some of those out. And they're just little flat bits. They're pretty simple to do. Try and get a little bit of a better angle for you there. So what I'm going to do is we'll start with this end coach. On this one, this is the good thing about the Hunts, I can just pull the coach off. On this one here, what I'm going to do is literally, sorry, I haven't got a very good camera angle here. This one, I'm just going to put a blanking plate on this one. If it was your end coach, you can put a blanking plate. I've actually got one of these ones with the tail lamp that came with it, so I don't need one for there. I'm just going to put my coach down and get some glue out. So we're just going to use standard PVA. Obviously I'm using my Mod Podge mat as usual. So just a tiny bit. So it's very hard to get this on, doing it on the camera, to be honest. I haven't got much room. So I'm just going to get a tiny bit of glue on my finger. I'm just going to put it on off camera and then show you. You don't need an awful lot. It does say on there that you could just put it on the top and bottom. And after already using these, I found that's perfect. So as you can see, just a little tiny bit on the top, a little tiny bit on the bottom. And the good thing obviously about the Mod Podge is it dries matte. So what we're going to do, I do apologise about the camera. I'm trying to move it just so that I've got a bit of, this tripod is ridiculous. I need a better tripod. I do apologise. Right, that's a bit better. So all we're going to do here, bit of dust on there, is I'm just going to place that on the end like so, trying to catch the excess glue. And it's as simple as that, and there's the blanking plate done. If your couplings are wider, I wouldn't have put a blanking plate there, but because I'm using a close coupling system, as you'll see shortly, I only need one gangway. So in other words, one gangway would go on the left coach and then a blanking plate on the right coach. If you had wider gaps, you would use two connectors like that, one on each coach, like so, obviously lined up properly. But so what I'm going to do is with the second coach, I'm just going to glue one on each end of this one. I'm just going to do this quickly. And also I'm putting these on before I do any weathering on the coaches, so when I weather the ends up with the spray gun, the outsides of these will get weathered too. Obviously they're only paper. I'm just going to do the other end quickly as well. And something else I forgot to mention, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So I'm just going to glue both of these ends on quickly. It doesn't take long. Obviously you've got to wait. You need to wait for the glue to dry, but that is on, and I think I've got the right way around. Yeah, there we go. So now this end, obviously I'm just going to put a blanking plate on, because if we have a look as it goes together, and I'll try and get a better, yeah, so you can see that that's nicely closely coupled. They look really good. They actually look, it's harder to see them on the camera than it is by eye. And again, this end, I've already got the blanking plate in place. There you go. And they look absolutely terrific. They look realistic compared to that. That looks awful. It always has done, and this is why people go for close coupling, to get rid of this. But close coupling combined with this in as well just adds 100% realism. So all of my coaching stock is going to be done with these from now on. It's so good. So the other thing I was going to tell you about is, if you look this side, you can see there's a line there. That is the side that glues to the coach, not the flat side. The flat side is the outer edge. So the flat edge there, oh, that flat edge would go there against that. Okay, so I hope you're happy about those, and they're definitely worth buying. They're not expensive, they're very good priced, and it says so in the name of the company. It's called Fair Price Models, and they are. So very, very simple to do. You get this nice instruction sheet that tells you everything that I've just gone through. You can get them on Facebook, which is obviously facebook.com/fairpricemodels. And they're also on eBay as well. So if you just Google eBay, search for Fair Price Models, you will catch them. Or just put in whatever the gangways in your search, like Mark 1 gangway, Mark 2 gangways, etc. They will come up in your search results. So definitely worth buying. I couldn't recommend these more. And as I said, I'll be using this on all of my coaching stock without a doubt. It's just so much better. So I hope that's been of some use to my viewers. I do apologise, my camera keeps going out of focus, I don't know why. And before, I did say that I was going to be doing a few more videos. Well, I have started on a couple more, because here at the front here I've got a raised section. It's going right up, as you can see. It's going to go right up and up onto the right hand side up the end, and that will be where the depot's going. But I have done a video on or I'm in the process of doing a video on this, because I'm using another product with that I think people might be interested in. I'm also halfway through doing a video on excuse me, the farmyard area and the cornfield, and how I'm doing all that. So they're works in progress. They're taking quite some time, and I have stopped from doing both of those to try and get this back area done first. I'm trying to scenically wise, I'm trying to get this side finished, completely finished. Obviously I'd like to do more running shots and things like that, so I do need a decent scenic area finished for that process, so I'm going to work on that first. So I apologise that the other videos that I'm in the process of doing haven't come out yet, but they will be out in the near future. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to ask any questions, make any comments, and do check out Fair Price Models. They're very worth it. Anyway, thank you. Goodbye.